Ever feel like you're working harder than ever, but not really getting anywhere? You're putting in the hours, burning through energy, doing everything right, and yet it's like you're running on a treadmill. The scenery changes, but your position never does. You look around and see others scaling faster, launching startups, mastering AI tools, reinventing their careers. Meanwhile, you're stuck in the same loop: stress, doubt, repeat. It's not that you're lazy, it's that the game changed and no one told you. We were told to just work harder, stay consistent, climb the ladder. That's how success works, right? But that's the trap. The world evolved, markets shifted, and technology redefined the rules. Yet most of us still operate on the same old mental software. What if the problem isn't your talent, your effort, or even your luck, but your mindset? Because if you don't upgrade the way you think, you'll keep chasing goals with a system designed to fail you until you stop believing you can grow at all. Hey, I'm Max, and welcome to Max Focus Channel, where we rewire your mind, redesign your life. So, grab your coffee, stay till the end, and make sure to hit subscribe to keep your focus growing stronger every week. Everything here is for educational purposes, designed to inspire personal growth and transformation. In this video, we'll unpack how adopting a growth mindset can unlock unlimited scaling in your business, career, and even personal life. A growth mindset means believing that your abilities aren't set in stone. You can actually grow smarter, stronger, and more capable through effort and persistence. It's the belief that you're not finished, you're still becoming who you're meant to be. A Stanford study found that students who adopted a growth mindset improved their performance by 30%. Why? Because they stopped seeing challenges as threats and started seeing them as training. Every setback became a lesson, not a limit. Imagine living life where every failure is just data. You stop asking, "Why me?" and instead say, "What can I learn from this?" That shift alone turns frustration into focus and setbacks into stepping stones. Carol Dweck once said, "Becoming is better than being. It's a reminder that we're all in progress, always learning, always growing." The joy isn't in reaching perfection, but in the journey of transformation itself. From the moment we step into school, we're taught that mistakes are something to fear. We learn that being wrong means being less, instead of being brave enough to learn. That's how the fixed mindset starts taking root early in our lives. By the time we enter the workplace, the same rule continues: don't fail, don't question, just perform. Corporate systems reward perfection, not progress. And without realizing it, we start building walls around our own potential. Research shows that more than 70% of adults avoid challenges because they fear judgment or failure. It's not about lack of skill, it's about the fear we've been programmed to feel. And that fear keeps us small. We celebrate results, not effort. That's why most people stop trying new things after 30. They've been taught that failing means you are a failure. But Einstein once said, "Once you stop learning, you start dying." Growth begins the moment you let go of that fear. Failure isn't a wall, it's a mirror. Every time you fail, it's not telling you to stop. It's showing you what to refine. The most successful people don't avoid failure, they mine it for wisdom. Research shows people who reframe setbacks as feedback are 40% more likely to reach long-term goals. Why? Because they don't see failure, they see data. Every mistake becomes information that guides the next move forward. Imagine trying something bold, pitching your idea, learning a new skill, and instead of shame, you feel curiosity. You start to ask, "What can I learn from this?" That shift turns fear into fuel for mastery. Thomas Edison once said, "I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's the spirit of growth. To see every setback as part of your evolution, not your end. Sometimes we tell ourselves, "I can't do this," and it feels like a full stop, like the story ends there. But what if you added just one more word? Yet. Suddenly, that same sentence becomes a doorway to possibility and progress. Psychologists discovered that people who use yet are more likely to keep going when things get hard. It's like your brain switches from "I'm done" to "I'm learning." That tiny word reshapes how you see effort, struggle, and success. Imagine being stuck on a cliff during a storm. Most people turn back. But with a growth mindset, you pause, recheck your gear, and find a new path up. Yet reminds you that progress takes time, not perfection. As Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. The yet mindset helps you believe you can, even before you do. That belief is the spark that turns effort into growth. Real change doesn't happen overnight. It happens one choice at a time. Every small action, every repetition builds the mindset you live with. Growth becomes a rhythm, not a random event. Researchers at Duke University discovered that nearly half of what we do every day is driven by habits. Imagine if those habits became triggers for growth instead of autopilot routines. Your life would scale on purpose. Start small, set one goal each week that challenges you just enough to stretch. It could be a new skill, a bold conversation, or a small risk. Every win you create rewires your confidence for the next climb. As Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence isn't a single act. It's a habit you practice every day. Keep showing up, and your growth becomes unstoppable. Your environment is shaping you more than you realize. Every word, tone, and energy you absorb builds your mindset. When you're surrounded by curiosity and encouragement, growth becomes your natural state. Studies show that your mindset and even your income tend to mirror the 5 people you spend the most time with. That means your circle can either lift you higher or quietly hold you back. But if you keep spending time with people who fear change or avoid risk, their limits start to become yours. You'll find yourself thinking smaller without even realizing it. So choose your circle with intention. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, cheer for you, and remind you that growth never ends. That's how you scale your mindset and your life. You can't out-strategize a limited mindset. Every scaling breakthrough starts from the way you think, not just the plans you make. Because if your mind isn't growing, your business can't either. Mindset is the multiplier. Entrepreneurs who believe they can grow are more likely to take action, adapt fast, and find creative solutions when things go wrong. That's why their growth compounds faster. According to Harvard Business Review, entrepreneurs with a growth mindset were 34% more likely to double their revenue year over year. That's not luck, that's mindset at work. Belief drives execution. Tony Robbins said it best. It's not the lack of resources, it's the lack of resourcefulness that stops you. When your mindset expands, so does your ability to turn problems into possibilities. So here's the truth. Success isn't reserved for the smartest or luckiest. It's for the ones who keep growing. A growth mindset doesn't guarantee success. It guarantees evolution. And evolution is what keeps you alive in a changing world. If this video helped you rethink your limits, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to scale their life. Drop your thoughts below. What mindset shift are you working on right now? Let's build this conversation together. You're watching Max Focus channel, Rewire your mind, redesign your life. Keep growing, keep daring, and I'll see you in the next one.